Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Crypt Monkey Paints and the wonderful joint stream that we have started doing that I am thoroughly enjoying. And we're world building with the planes while I fiddly fart around with Mr. Axolotl. He's so cute. He's so cute. Last night we got his base pretty much done. We got him pretty close to done. And we got one of the 4 crabs done. Yay, crabbies. But other than that, I am going to paint while Ty and you guys world build, and I will give my 2 cents occasionally. Otherwise, I will be zoning out. I won't zone out because it's actually a lot of fun to world build. But other than that, let's go. Let's paint. Let's do stuff.
All right. We're going to wait a little bit before we start doing the world building anyway.
Yes. Well,
give everybody a chance to figure out we're doing it.
You should talk about what you've been working on. Yay!
Talk about what I've been working. Well, first I'm gonna mention again for anybody watching this in the near future. Oh, that's what you're talking about. I apologize. I thought you were talking about things with the plane. Yeah. So we got another wall, and if you hear any whirring off on the side, we have yet another wall that is being printed for this big labyrinth.
And if I finish painting my axolotl, I will actually start painting on this guy.
Yeah, it's turning out pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like it's working out too well for me.
Shh.
Well,
It can hear you.
I totally expected things to bomb, so far it's not, which worries me.
And my new paints came in.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we
finally
got them.
A little late.
We got them today. I always do that. I go the wrong direction. So it's a new metallic set. So I originally bought it because I did not have a good gunmetal gray or plate metal gray. But then I realized rough iron. And I think I have a new favorite paint. We'll see. We'll see. Because what I think I'm going to do to kind of tone down some of this pink is take some of this in those edges around. So that's what I'm going to start playing with first. And it may be a mistake, but it's my world and happy accidents happen.
Yeah. What are we going to... I mean, I know we're doing the whole labyrinth.
Yes.
Or, what we want to build of the labyrinth in any case.
Yes.
This is a Dragon Trappers Lodge model, by the way.
Yeah, it's from their Battle of the Unseelie Court collection.
And we're talking about the walls that I'm printing, not the Lord of the Print model that Dawn is currently painting. Right. So we're going to paint the whole thing. I think the idea is we're going to paint the whole thing and then set it up on one of the tables at cons.
Yeah. That's my idea. I think
that's going to be fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll definitely bring people over.
Oh, I don't want to confuse people. What I mean by we're going to paint this is Dawn is going to paint this so it looks good.
I'm actually going to try to sit down with Ty and paint 1 or 2 pieces together. So
those pieces will need to be repainted.
I don't think he understands how simple it's going to be to paint this.
Oh, am I still supposed to say things in gamers for you?
I already did.
Oh, good deal. Gamers is a personal Telegram group we're in.
It's our game group.
But
our local game group, I guess I actually should call it.
Yeah. So, just a reminder for anybody watching this in the near future, we are very close to the 50th episode of Crypt Monkey Paints. We're on 47 right now, so we're 3 episodes away after tonight of hitting the 50th. So if you have ideas about what kind of silly things you'd like to see us do, or not silly, I keep saying what kind of stupid do you want us to pull off, but honestly, anything you want to see us try for that 50th episode, in our Discord on the painting channel. you can put your 2 cents in there, what you'd like to see. So
Yes.
I do have something started in there. If you can find that guy, it may have been buried by now, but just scroll up a little bit. You should be able to find him. What else? We had new folks. I don't know that they're watching right now, but I'm going to go ahead and thank them anyway. I want to thank P. Willauer, and D&D Rage for following us after last night's. One of them was today, and the other was last night after our stream last night. So thank you guys for following. Hopefully we'll see them around soon. But with that brought us to 94 Twitch followers. We only have 6 more to go, and we're going to give away, I'm going to switch over to that now, Dawn.
Yep.
We're going to be giving away this beautiful behemoth caravan. I'm so excited about this.
Hopefully, before Tuesday's next stream, I'll have it fully printed again, and we'll be able to have it upstairs and have it on the table, so you guys can appreciate the monstrosity.
We shipped one of these today, isn't that what it's heavy. It's
5 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big model. Oh, it was 5 pounds? Wow. Yeah. Before Dawn took it to the post, she let me hold it for a minute, and it's shockingly heavy considering it's a mini.
And hollow pieces.
Mini. A mini with hollow pieces, and it weighs that much. There's a lot of stuff there.
There's a lot of fiddly bits to add in or not add in, and they're all separate, so it really makes it to where you can kind of customize your caravan.
Yep. So we're going to hang out just a little bit longer and see if we can get some more folks involved. Hopefully people have some time to do some world building with us tonight on the plane.
You should go through our shops and our social media stuff. Pimp our stuff. That's what you should do.
Oh, you're talking about the lower third, so I don't have to say anything? I don't even have that opened, actually, do I?
So now you have to say it.
I don't. All right. Well, you can find us on Twitter. You know what? I'm not even going to remember all these. That's part of the problem. Is some of them have been different because things were taken and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Years. So I'm going to open that guy up. I'll still talk about it. But I'm also going to make my life a little easier by opening this tool. Oh boy. Everything went green for a moment. Oh, also I'm going to say too, if I'm overly loud or just let us know if we're off volume from each other, because I made a little bit of an adjustment after listening to last night's stream. And I don't know if I was just being abnormally quiet.
Or I was just screaming at the mic.
Well, I'm sure that's not it. But it did seem like I was a little bit quiet. So I tried to bump it a little bit. Still match in there, but...
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Hi, Golden.
Hey, how's it going, Ghosty?
Nice timing.
I'll be right back. No, I'm kidding. I'm fine. All right. So... First, there is YouTube. So you can find us as Crypt Monkey Studios on YouTube, guys. On Twitter, you can find us as @Crypt_Monkey. On Instagram, it's Crypt Monkey, all one word. Excuse me. @Crypt Monkey Studios on Facebook. Crypt Monkey Studios on Discord, but you'll see a link. Links will pop up in the chat every once in a while from our Nightbot.
Yeah, we're on Discord.
Ghosty says, "Oh no way! Did I get you both?" Yes.
Yes, you did.
Yes, you did. And the camera was on this time to prove it. Unfortunately for me.
And we are on Discord constantly, so that is a really great place to reach out to us.
Yeah, and then of course for everything, you can go to cryptmonkeygames.com and kind of go out to all of those places.
Yeah, really.
There. Okay, so let me get the ticker started for the moment while I'm doing this. Like I said, folks, out there in the painting channel on Discord, we're looking for any ideas, and maybe we just have to think of something on our own. But if you guys had any ideas, we are interested in hearing what kind of silliness you'd like us to get up to for that 50th episode. That's only 3 more after this one.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's in the painting channel. I don't know if I said that or not. I probably said it 12 times. So let's do the state of the plane, right?
Yes.
With my third-party projects coming to a close, going to get some more time going. So basically, my stipulation for getting those things done on the cryptmonkey.net site for this crowd forging is that first, I want to be up and running on Gamers in the Unknown again with Jake because, priorities.
And it's fun. I love being able
Yeah.
to paint the models for you guys to talk about.
I'm missing talking about all that madness. And for those of you that don't know, Gamers in the Unknown, I will do a shout out on that channel real quick. It's not on this channel. Hi from Get You. Don't you love that I do that? So Gamers in the Unknown, you could follow us there if you want to get notified when Jake and I go live. That's if we're presumably we're going to keep the same date. That would be Mondays at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time, where we talk about Bigfoot and aliens and haunted houses and all kinds of fun stuff like that, and then finish our stream up with talking to you about how we would use those things in our tabletop game session. So follow us there if you want to watch some of that madness as well. We have a lot of fun over there. But yeah, so after that, after we can get that rolling, then I'll block in some time for myself to get some of the Gamers in the Unknown some of the plain crowd forging and world building stuff in place. So there's another place for people to kind of get a primer and do things like we don't have that yet, but I want to get everybody who's been helping so far. I want to get their names, as long as they're okay with it, their names listed as crowd forgers, for posterity's sake, so that everybody knows who to blame. I mean, that you were involved. That's what I meant to say. So that's some of the stuff coming up relatively soon in the coming weeks. We'll put it that way, right?
Yes.
I haven't added notes. I just want to let everybody know I haven't forgotten, but I have not taken the time to add notes to Discord yet from our world building on Sunday yet.
We got a lot done on Sunday.
Yeah, that was
a really great episode.
With me jabbering less, I say as I'm jabbering my ass off. We got a lot more done, a lot more input. That was fun. What else did I want to talk? I wanted to talk about Ghosty. I'm glad you're here. We were talking in the fauna channel under the crowd forging the plane category on our Discord, and this was an idea that Ghosty came up with, so we were kind of chatting about this. Actually, it's several ideas came out of talking about this cat like creature that tunnels and sort of waits for people to come walking by. Because says, what were we talking about today? We just gonna chat about everything or anything specific? Well, I do have a couple of items. I want to.
Hi, Max.
Hello, Max. I want to get a couple of. Want to get some input later on firearms, because much like the livestock discussion we've had, I don't want to like throw something out of hand. If it's something that everybody's going to have fun with, then maybe every person should have a muzzleloader pistol or even 6 guns or something like that. I don't know. I wouldn't want to go too far beyond that, other than the weird and wild made up, items that we might come up with later beyond the things we know, like gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that a little bit, and
freaking laser beam. Sorry.
And then it's going to be careers and or more beastie talk, kind of see where the conversation goes after that.
Yeah, I like having a loose plan, but realistically speaking, you guys kind of start just going, and the creativity area just kind of, it's better just to let it flow where it's going to flow, you know?
Yeah, the first night we talked about uh,
Is that
flora.
salt? That's so cute. Thank you for
That
the
is
bits,
cool.
Max.
Thank you, thank you for the bits very much. That's cool. I don't think I've seen that. I was looking right at it. Hi, Creep Show. Son of
Hey, Creep Show.
a... Anyway, so the first night we did world building, we were talking about flora, and we still got at least one, maybe two, or even three, if I'm not remembering correctly, ideas for fauna. So I think it's good. You know, I don't want to stifle anybody if they have an idea about something. And the careers thing, I keep kind of coming back to that. That
Yeah.
every time we talk about anything else, it always comes back to careers.
Yeah, it always adds a new career, too.
There's like a new job out there because
Yeah.
of the things we're building in the world. Um,
I was going to say, Ghosty just asked something about the cat.
Oh, what were you talking about with the cat thing? Did you say you had some new ideas with it? Well, first I just wanted to share with everybody because I don't think everybody's hanging out yet in that channel, so I just wanted to point out some the cool stuff that's coming out of the Discord channel. Ghosty talked about like a cat-like creature who would burrow under the ground, and then in our discussion, this cat-like creature kind of maybe even gets tendrils that it throws out before it burrows, and it's like a system of sensing when things get close enough for it to jump out and pounce on it, right? That led into maybe there's this job slash creature that would have basically a herd of these rodents, little mice, like going out ahead of a caravan or something like that, and sort of sweeping, and that these mice sense that, oh, this cat has got its tendrils out or whatever, and sort of behaves in a certain way. It comes back to what we're calling the Pied Piper at the moment. I'm seriously considering that maybe it should just be called a piper. That they know it's an old story, but the story's sort of been lost to time. They remember as much as a piper, and we talked about it using a whistle of some type. I believe.
So it's almost like a cat crossed with a sea anemone. There's a lot of those, and like different corals have tendrils that they send out, and they can actually like catch stuff with it and suck it in as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I don't even think we were talking about that. We were just talking about how it would basically be able to, oh, it's in my area. Now it's within my area and probably can't get away, and then it would pounce. And I think the picture that's being drawn in Ghosty's mind, if I remember right,
Avatar cat.
Well, something like a saber tooth
Oh, well,
of thing.
He'd put a picture of that cat from Avatar as well.
Oh.
The blue Avatar, not Firebender Avatar.
Yeah, that's right. Where are we at? Trying to see if I can quickly find it. But yeah, there is a picture out there of that. I mean, obviously sci-fi. It's not going to look just like a saber tooth, but
I'm going to tilt my camera just a little bit, guys.
I don't even think we looked at that camera when we were setting up.
No, we did, but I thought it was okay. But last night I was struggling a little bit as well.
Yeah, Gussie says, yeah, I was thinking like a mix of the two. And I like that. Something that maybe camos in with the plane, but still has this exotic sort of not of Earth look.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I wanted to bring that up just so you guys know again that resource is out there. We're watching it. And that hopefully will develop a bunch of stuff from Discord's crowd forging as well. Because right there in that one relatively short discussion, I'm telling you right now, we're going to develop this, and it's a beastie, and a career. So we got 2 animals and a job out of it. So I had one other thing. I almost feel bad bringing it up when somebody's not around, but somebody did bring up, and it was Miss Leo. I'm going to switch over to our world building view here for a moment.
Yeah.
I want to see if anybody can tell me, what this is.
Because it's gorgeous.
And maybe after the conversation I'm referring to, maybe some of you guys went and took a peek at this and you'll recognize what it is.
The problem is it's spectacularly beautiful until you know what it is. And
it is absolutely gorgeous. And so I got this picture. I've got the source on there. I don't know how easy it is to read, but the source is Wikimedia Bado Bad OP. Bado Bad Op.
No clue, dude.
Anyway, that's the source, and I found this on interestingengineering.com. They have an article about this machine, which is called... Oh, where's it at? Come on, where's the name? I guess I should have left that Wikipedia article up too. Oh, here it is. I believe it's called a Tempest Prognosticator. For those of you that were around that night, you might remember us mentioning the Leech weather machine.
That's it.
This is what I am right. It was Miss Leo that brought that up, I
Yes.
believe. So if you look at the jars down at the bottom of the interior of that, there's 12 jars in there, and each one of them would have a leech inside of it. And yes, leeches. Did you? I guess you noticed the slugs down there, huh, Max? So yeah, whenever a storm gets closer, the leeches get agitated and start climbing up towards the top of their bottle. So the more leeches that were climbing up, I guess that was how they kind of indicated how close the storm was. It looks like it shares beauty with like a chandelier or something.
Yeah. Like, as soon as Ty brought it up, I was like, oh, wow, that's gorgeous. I would love to have one of those. Nope. I'm good. Nope.
Yeah, Ghosty says, that's what it looks like. That's crazy. I would never have guessed. Me either. When I saw that picture, I was like, what? That's too pretty to shove leeches in. What is going on here? But anyway, a little bit of fun there. So that was kind of interesting. So I don't know how many folks are going to show out. Maybe we're going to have some people show out a little later, but and this is something we can kind of continue. I don't want to make any decisions tonight on guns and stuff like that. I want to kind of see what people are interested in. And here's the reason. This is why I have some anxiety over it, is because it's not just the story. It's our aim is to have it as a tabletop role-playing game too, right? So it's a kind of core at how you might defend yourself in the game in this world, right? So I don't know if anybody has any idea, and certainly if you have other ideas for other kinds of weaponry, just remembering that sort of time period we're in, right? That doesn't mean that people wouldn't have developed technology differently over the last 3,000 years. But I am curious to know what folks are thinking about how much involved, or how far along guns might be. I mean, there are other things we can create. They don't have to be these things. They may even be similar.
Yeah. I mean, I personally think that, at least starting off with the simplicity of a slingshot would definitely have already been developed.
Like a long time ago, I'm sure.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's kind of that process of, okay, well, how far would they have come along the lines of the slingshots? And, how much would they develop projectile weapons? And that always kind of boils down to, well, what are you defending yourself against?
Yeah.
Because if you're defending yourself against something underground, a projectile weapon like a gun may not be as useful. I'm gonna go ahead and stop and let you read that out.
So rails and slings and that sort of thing. Not to be confused with like energy rail weapons or anything like that, but trebuchet, of course, big siege weapons, crossbows, those sorts of things. Ghosty says, "I can see it."
Oh, I was scratching.
Look at the thing. Look at the...
No, I was scratching my my nose.
Ghosty says, quickly going back to guns, I think guns could be a really cool thing and open a lot of possibilities, but I definitely think we should keep it to like muskets and that kind of thing, and 6-shooters or lever action only belonging to the rich. That's a good point too. Or even belonging only to bounty hunters and mercenaries, people who are investing in that sort of thing, because maybe it's just not that easy to operate this equipment, right?
I like that idea. I like that line of thinking of,
as Ghosty's putting it here, but they should still stay very scarce, like not commonplace even to have a musket. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to throw it out, but I do like the idea of... Hello, Gareth.
Hi, Gareth.
I do like the idea of... I mean, it's a different planet, and maybe those compounds are just that rare.
Yeah. I mean, we had already kind of talked about briefly here at the house about some compounds that are here that are extremely rare, maybe are extremely rich there and readily available. So maybe the compounds that we find here readily available on that planet are not so much.
Yeah, I think that conversation we were talking about, like gold.
Yeah.
Gold's not a big deal or whatever. Obviously, if we ever get to an electronic age, that might be more important, but that all gold is fool's gold, maybe.
Thank you for the hearts, Max.
Thank you for the bits,
so
Max. Oh, let's see here. Let me start a new... And we probably, I guess, should start a weaponry discussion on Discord as well, just so people can kind of...
I kind of like the idea of having something that is maybe...
Max says, I got to head out, but I had fun seeing your faces. Thanks, Max. Thanks for hanging out.
I kind of like the idea of maybe having... Specifically, you want to fight something off. My mind goes to Tremors, the movie,
Yeah.
So you want to fight something off from underground. You have some sort of sound cannon that fires noise off in the ground that would maybe scatter those big beasties that are under there.
Okay. I can't quite get... See, this is like the downfall of my system, as I thought, oh, it's fine, I'll only show things that are near the top of my page, but then if I'm starting a new section at the end, oh, you guys can't see anything. All right, gave myself some room. First, let's say gunpowder is scarce. And even though I'm taking notes, I'm not going against what I said. We're not making any decisions tonight, but I like these ideas. I don't want to lose these concepts. And then I'm going to get this thumper idea. It looks like we're getting some other people jumping on that idea too. Oh, it says voice is still... Gareth says his voice is still beef jerky, but I'm turning the corner with new meds, I think. Excellent.
Well, that's good.
Gunpowder is scarce, so that kind of weapon would also scarcity. So, thumpers. Let's call them thumpers for now. The operating title is thumpers. I'm going to bump it up a little bit. I am going to have to look at how we do this screen to make it a little easier for folks to see, I think.
Yeah.
Sound-based weapons. You know, the funny thing is, I don't remember where I saw it. Maybe it was on... Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I missed that. Ghosty said, I could see gunpowder could be very rare. That makes it, even if you have a gun, ammo is so rare that, again, only the people that really focus on it can use it. Yeah, so it's like a career investment.
Yeah.
And even then, you maybe behave like a scorpion. You're not going to be spray firing across somewhere because it's not that easy to get your ammo replaced, right? So these characters, whether they're rich royalty playing around or, well, I don't know, they might be a little more
idiotic with it.
Yeah, they might be a little more silly with it, huh? But somebody who, like you mentioned, the bounty hunter, the bounty hunter might be like a good shot who really picks their shots. They're not likely to be the kind of person who's gonna fire a warning shot.
Yeah.
They're not gonna likely use their gun to scare you out of someplace or anything like that. So these sound thumpers, I'm trying to remember where, and maybe you saw it too. I want to say it might have been on Mythbusters or something like that. It could have been a YouTube video as well. Maybe somebody else this will recall some sort of DIY sound, or maybe it was an air cannon where they had just built a shaft system or something that went
It's not ringing a bell.
out of the end of the barrel of this sound cannon. It was pretty wild. So something like that could be fairly interesting as maybe a low grade weapon too.
Yeah.
Gareth says an ammo could be ceramic, but the gun could be metal if iron like that is rare. Wow. Ceramic ammo. That is interesting. Oh, I should probably. Gunpowder, guns.
That just made me think of an idea too. And I'll wait.
Maybe ammo is ceramic. And guns are iron.
Our wall's doing really good over there. You hear it going every now and again.
I don't even know if iron would be rare, or if maybe they'd have some similar compound or something. That's why I love these conversations. These are things that obviously I haven't even delved into. Gareth continues, like ceramic armor plates and tactical armor. Man, that could be pretty stunning to see too, right?
Yeah.
Is ceramics what like samurai? Did they use some ceramics in their armor?
I don't know.
It sounds familiar, but I don't know that I'm correct about that. Ooh, I forgot I did that. Okay. Sound-based weapons, so these could range from like a simple, I don't even know what to call it, a woofer. It's what modern infantry use. Really? Yeah, it shows my ignorance there. I thought it was carbon fibers or something. From simple handmade Oh, I have an idea here.
Yeah,
Oh, you had something too, didn't you?
I did, but I can wait. I'm holding on to it.
Most of the time, Ghosty says most of the time it's a mix of ceramic and Kevlar. That is neat. So the Kevlar, obviously, I knew about because that's what they talk about, Kevlar vests all the time, right? But I wasn't aware about the other. So what was your idea, Dawn?
Well, like people think of the future, they think of laser beams and laser guns and all of that, right? But I also know that at some point they were developing magnetic, So think about like the trains that travel on magnets, right? They go like really super fast.
Yeah, this is a railgun concept I think you're talking about.
I don't know because I don't know anything about guns. But basically, like there's a way to turn on your magnet that would fire, be the opposite of your bullet. So it would, reject it out of the barrel. Or maybe it's not a bullet that it's ejecting, but, something more along the lines of an arrow that you'd be able to go and find and collect again.
Oh.
So it'd be more useful for maybe hunting big game.
That's cool.
Gareth likes something that Goldie said.
Ghosty mentions that's really cool. Using ceramic as armor in this. Yeah, I agree. I'm about to add some notes on that too. And railguns, they use magnets to launch a projectile. Yeah. Yeah, we just need to add a note there too. So ceramics and other... Oh, that's not how you spell ceramics. Oops. Other five.
I like the idea of them being, rare enough that it's kind of, this is part of my job, so I have to make sure I have it. It's sort of like, not everybody has a tuxedo in their closet waiting for the fancy event that they have to go to every couple of months. But if it's your job to go to these big fancy things, then you probably own a tux.
Yeah. Want to catch up with what you're doing right now?
I am literally goofing off. I wasn't really happy where I had left it, the Axolotl. It wasn't quite looking right to me. So I kind of studied the albino a little bit more, and it has a lot more yellow in the skin than I had put in here. So I liked the pink showing through, but the white wasn't looking right because I was missing those yellow kind of tones. So I'm actually really kind of happy with where he's at now. Little baby. He just hangs out. So I think I'm going to be happy with him now because I got him all yellowed out. Grab onto his rock. Gotta get him in the right spot. I always do that. There we go. So that's how he sits. So now I'm going to keep working on my crabbies and get them painted up. And as soon as they're done, I'm painting that. So, and hopefully you guys can tell if you look, let's see, where's a better place to see it? It's hard to tell on the screen, but if you look, maybe you can hear it. You can see the layer lines. So that's the biggest difference between filament and resin. And also, it doesn't break when you drop it.
Please don't do that again.
I think I
haven't
gave
got
him a
your
heart
mic
attack.
up off the
And that was
table
really
yet.
loud. I apologize. But it's also way, way lighter than resin is. But that's the main difference is the type of material, the layer lines are much more visible. The detail is way better on resin, but it's more expensive to buy, to use, everything else. Filament just takes longer to print.
And hopefully, we have our Jupiter coming next month. Hopefully. So far, it looks like it's on time. So.
Yeah. They had a delay with the Kickstarter, but they were delayed, but they were ahead. So basically, the delay they got put them back on track instead of ahead of schedule.
All right. Well, that's cool. So we have notes on armor, gunpowder weapons, the idea of thumpers or sound weapons, and magnetic weapons like rail guns, which I've always thought were pretty neat.
Anyway. I've heard rail guns. I've heard of them. I just didn't know that's how they worked.
Well, I kind of almost wonder if that isn't going to be a more important projectile weapon here. Maybe there's something like their magnets or, I don't know, more powerful or easier and smaller, in a smaller package to get more out of it or something like that. They might still be expensive weapons to get, but maybe not as hard as getting gunpowder together.
Yeah.
And maybe there's something where they don't have the same range that, you know, a long rifle might have or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, basic human ingenuity says we're going to have bows and arrows, and we're going to have, you know, knives and...
Sure. Yeah, I think the basic stuff like that almost goes without saying.
Yeah.
They're people 3,000 years past their getting backed up into the Stone Age again. So
Right.
I would expect that they're doing better.
Keep reaching across the camera. Sorry, guys.
So that is actually pretty cool. Let me see what else. So yeah, I think I'll add a weapons and armor channel to Discord too, so that if you guys come up with other ideas outside of this, we can keep sharing.
Yeah.
Ghosty says most of the time railguns don't have as much range or power as a normal combustion firearm, so that would definitely be the trade-off. And I like that because then we still have this important use of nice fantasy expectations where a sword is still going to be, you know, important.
Yeah.
Gareth says we're going to figure out the best way to kill each other and other things. Yeah. I mean,
That's kind of what we do.
that's what we do. And certainly it's what we do at a tabletop game. So, if I was only doing, we were only going to concentrate on stories on this, then probably I wouldn't be that concerned with it. But as I mentioned on Sunday, I've already started looking at open systems that might work well with the plane. Oops. I just love that everybody gets to see me messing up typing. I feel like somebody's standing here looking over my shoulder the whole time.
That's because we are.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like magnetic might be, aside from, again, obvious things like crossbows and bows,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
these magnetic weapons could be the thing found on people's hips, maybe.
yeah, because I mean, you're gonna always have that makeshift weapon that people need to defend themselves. That they're just like, hey, I found this and I made it into what I need while I'm out here, sort of thing.
And I wonder about the thumpers of the sound weapons. Maybe they're not deadly weapons. Ooh, or worse, maybe they're not deadly immediately. But maybe their purpose a lot of times might be a deterrence instead, you
That's
know?
kind of what I was thinking when I said it was, to kind of scare away. It's basically that, we've got the sonic spikes in the yard to get gophers and moles to go away.
Yeah. I think that's something I forgot to mention earlier. Or maybe I did and I just don't remember. Let me look at my notes again. No, I don't think I did mention. So one of the reasons Ghosty and I were talking about that, and my mind just thought of it again because of things branch out. Careers are going to be a big thing that we're going to keep coming up with new ideas for careers and stuff. When Ghosty and I were talking about the Pied Piper thing, one of the things I like about it is Ghosty's suggestion would be something like, this is something that a trader might use more so than a buyer. Because the trader's got a smaller crew, maybe they only have like 15 fighting people with them to keep them safe. A buyer, on the other hand, has got maybe 200 people. He's got a small army with him. And what I see, this kind of that cat creature that burrows, you're not going to necessarily use the Pied Piper or rodent guy with something like that, because that cat is going to hear you coming from miles away and is not going to be burrowing on your path. But the trader might use the Pied Piper guy because you've only got 15 people and the cat maybe can take half of you out, Who
Yeah.
knows? Ghosty says, if I got shot in the face with a metal disc, I probably won't die, but I'm probably not going to continue fighting.
That is a very valid point.
Yeah. So you're
Or
suggesting
even a ceramic disc.
this disc launchers? Now I'm a fan of that and this
Tribes.
because of Tribes. If anybody that's ever played Tribes, they know what a blue plate special is, and I love putting that in people's faces.
I ate a lot of those. I am not good at first-person shooter games.
Tribes was a great game. Ugh. Tribes 2 was a wonderful, wonderful game. But now we're going all the way, this is like 20 years ago, so.
I am one of those people that I can either fly or I can shoot. I cannot do both.
Yeah, that's what made it great, was that third dimension. So we might be. Oh, let me actually add that as a note. This is
That Dawn sucks at
a disc
tribes. I don't know why that needs to be a note. Mean, man.
Not what I said.
It's accurate.
Probably both. So this could be bolts, or it could be discs, like Ghosty was talking about. That is fun. So we can pop back on that if you guys get other ideas about weaponry. Now I'm kind of torn. So here I was going to go right back to careers, but I think everything we've talked about, at least to this point, I mean, you're going to have various trades in weaponry.
Yeah.
That, at least at the moment, seem obvious. Maybe later on when we start refining these things, they won't be as obvious. But so now I'm kind of torn. Should we talk about? My notes say beasts, but I'm kind of thinking travel and vehicles. or mounts. So travel and beasties both, or something like that. I don't know where everybody's interest is tonight. Maybe should we talk about more hard gear, or should we talk about animals? I'll bring you back over here, Dawn. You are on crab number 3.
Well, I'm actually trying to get all 3 of the crabs' underbellies done while I've got, because I only mixed up a little bit of green. So I kind of want to get it done while I've got that color. Oops, watch out, Bodie.
We should do polls too, maybe. If we're going to keep doing this, we should do polls so that you guys can jump on Discord before streams when we're going to do this.
Yeah. And say, this is what we want to talk about.
Yeah, because I don't want to skip around things that you guys are interested in. Go where the wind takes us. All right. Well, so far as land navigation, the only thing we've talked about, well, 2 things we've talked about. One is the land ship, which is pulled by dog oxen. 2 dog oxen, at least, to pull your land ship, which are big metal boxes. It's people on the plains, that's what they live in. Most of them, not all of them. And incidentally, the other thing we talked about are the reindeer, which can be domesticated and are at least used by Cult of the Berry, which is a religious group. They don't live in land ships. They actually live, every sect has a reindeer that they domesticate, and they actually sleep on its back, which makes them fairly safe from anything, because reindeers are, well, they're huge and they're fierce.
Yeah.
Ghosty says, I keep thinking about that big traveling turtle creature. That technically that's 3 we've talked about, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Maybe we can refine that guy a little bit, huh? If I can find it. Do.
I love your goofy little noises.
Giant turtle. There we go. Right. So we talked about this. I think we were talking about it as a potential traveling salesman.
The merchants, yeah. Like the traveling store. General store. I kind of forgotten about that.
Traveling salesman. Doesn't that kind of make... Am I the only one that's thinking they should be a little bit faster than you might imagine the turtle is? Oh, wait, that's a little never-ending story, isn't it, with the snail? This is a racing snail.
Well, I mean, we could do it like kind of mix the idea where it looks like a tortoise, but it moves. It almost swims in kind of the air thing. God, I go, good one. You know, maybe it kind of swims, sort of, so it moves like a sea turtle, and it moves a lot faster like that.
So it's a hovering creature, is what you're suggesting?
It doesn't necessarily have to hover, but it almost, I don't know how to, like, imagine like on a big desert, it's like swimming across the top of the sand.
Okay.
Sort of idea. So maybe it's swimming across the grass when it's really, really grassy. You know, when you've got a lot of that high grass or whatever, it can kind of swim across that. And then if it's in a wooded area,
hovercraft vibe again.
Well, then you kind of get into a wooded area, and it is a little slower now because it can't move.
Oh, I like that.
You know,
it enters difficult terrain if it's not in the plain.
Yeah. Because otherwise, people would just use it to travel quickly. So we need to be able to slow it down a little bit.
Well, even at that, I mean, it can move faster than you'd expect and still not
be.
Yeah. It's not going to be like an aeroblink, right? It's still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But that would, and maybe it's range. That's the other thing. A creature this size, it can move fairly quickly, but you've got 4 hours of travel every day, and that's it. You got to take a break, something like that. This creature uses the grasses to travel like a hovercraft.
So we can kind of define what areas it can hover on and what areas are difficult and what areas are just, hey, I can walk across this, it's fine.
Ghosty says, I can imagine it being a large creature that just looks ancient, with vines and moss growing all down its sides. I like where Dawn is going because I feel like if people will have stores and such on its back, it needs to move smoothly.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. I already had that picture in my mind of everything being strapped in and closed up and covered. But yeah, if your mobility is fairly even and level, I guess you don't have to worry about that a whole lot.
Ooh, itchy nose. My phone went to sleep on me.
Gonna cheat and copy and paste. Oops. So I can still refer to it later, but I don't have to type as much. So what kind of size are we talking about? Because I know my mental image is fairly locked into a specific creature.
Oh yeah, we're all picturing the turtle from Neverending Story.
But
every single one of us.
It doesn't have to be that big. It's still going to be huge. It's bigger than the giant turtles or giant tortoises, for instance, right? If it's big enough for us to live on top of it, or it could be even bigger than that.
Now, here's the other question.
This world would pretty much allow for it.
Are we living inside of it?
No.
We're building on its back.
Well, yeah, I figured it'd be like on its back, and maybe you'd even be able to have a garden up there. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Well, it's mossy.
Mossy. It's got vines.
Oh, maybe you're growing grapes off those vines. Make some wine.
As big as Kronos from God of War. I didn't play God of War, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to research it. Yeah, I pretty much stopped playing video games around 2011, 2012. Not entirely, but I certainly stopped playing World of Warcraft so that I could consume less and develop more.
Yeah. Although I have been enjoying playing Guild Wars 2. I don't play it as much as I want to, but I have been enjoying it when I do get on.
Oh my. Let's see. That is a person he's looking at. Here, Dawn, so you understand what we're talking about. That's a person. I guess that's Kronos. That's big. But for a turtle, I kind of find it acceptable.
I was kind of picturing something quite large. So,
wrong word file. We're going to go with... Ghosty says, I think it's got to be pretty friggin' big. Like really, really huge. Perhaps people do farm on it. I like at least a garden, right? So you have a little bit of subsistence living. And isn't it a neat idea that maybe when people are visiting your store, it's almost, they feel like they're visiting some other place on Cathar. That it's a little different from the plain,
Mm-hmm.
Garrett says, yeah, there could be fields on the top or something like rice paddies. Oh, that's neat. All right, so let's get some of these notes down. where you guys can see them though.
You got your own atmosphere up there.
Visiting a store on this beast is something like leaving
Oh, I gotta sit up straight.
the plane. I mean, if I'm selling something, I'm almost offering.
Bed and breakfast up there.
No, I'm saying, like, that's an interesting idea that maybe they're like, we can take 4 people with us. Just it's going to cost you. Well, that you're offering an experience when someone shops in your store on this giant turtle, that it's not just you're picking up flour, but you're visiting a whole different world practically, something like that.
Well, you know, I mean, that actually kind of makes sense of like, so say that you know, your family went out on the plane, you know, 15 generations ago, and everyone is happy and content just to stay there, but you're like, no, I want to go live in the big city. Oh, cool. You know, the traveling merchant's coming by. I'll hitch a ride. And they take a ride with them because their family doesn't want to go and they don't want to stay. So it's like almost the traveling carnival where you can get on with them and go out.
Oof.
Do not shake. I'm doing details.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Only downside to sharing a desk. Tiny details.
Sometimes they have. Yeah, it'll still take you years to get off, maybe. But if this is like the whole life that this salesperson has chosen, just, shit.
Ha! I had stopped already.
Then they just go back and forth.
Yeah.
Right?
Can I get a time check, please?
It is 10 after 7. Ghosty says, I just put in Discord what I'm kind of envisioning, just with smaller paddle-like legs. She announced,
I saw my phone do a little buzz for Discord, but...
And she announced she was doing tiny details. I kind of had to.
I know. But I had picked up my brush already.
Oh, that is fun. Oh, yeah, you want to see it, I guess, don't you?
It's like we should flip my face camera because I'm looking away from, like, I should be looking this way to look at the screen, but it's on the side for me. Oh.
That's pretty neat. It's got forest or something on its back.
See, now I want to draw.
I've seen this before somewhere, and I can't place it. It seems very familiar in any case. All right. Where was I at? Okay. Yeah. I don't even know if that's like a regular thing they would offer, right? Maybe only some of them offer that. Sure, you can travel with me. Maybe some of them are pretty content with the lonely spaces between.
It may very well be of like, hey, you know, I've got a room I can board sort of idea.
Yeah.
So it may not always be available. Like, oh, sorry, I only had one room and I've got somebody in it right now.
Yeah.
Itty bitty baby crabs.
All right. So that's pretty cool. So that's the first time we've done this on stream. We just refined something a great deal more
Yeah, we did.
than just listing items, which I think we'll do more and more in the future.
Yeah, as we start to really kind of like flesh get the concepts down, then we'll have to flesh out, okay, will this particular idea work? And yes, it does. Okay, well, let's just keep going with that then.
Oh, let's see. All right, so we've talked about that. Any travel ideas that you've had, Dawn?
No, I'm stuck on the turtle now. I'm completely... Damn it, Gareth. I am completely useless for like the next probably 15 minutes I'm stuck on. Because I like legitimately want to start drawing that turtle.
Do you have some more ideas on that one? Or
no,
you just the vision of it is what you're stuck on?
The vision of it is what I'm stuck on. I want to get out my, my chalk and start drawing. Because that's really fucking fun.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll work. But, well, actually, we haven't really talked about what's up in the sky at all. So this would be in the beastie category, not the travel.
Right. We're kind of in beasts too at the moment. Like giant turtle I have under that, even though it's a travel item, but
it kind of reminded me of that turtle, and now I want to draw in the... I do blame you. Don't even blame me for what?
Don't blame you. I thought maybe that was about the don't even, was because it wasn't dot. Don't blame you. I think he's referring to the can't get your mind off the turtle now.
Oh,
I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I mean, I'd kind of like to start venturing into what's in the sky that's keeping things from...
That's funny, because I was just thinking about something that you draw a lot of now, and I was wondering if maybe that is one of these creatures.
Well...
Do you want to talk about that?
I was specifically thinking about the one that I had... You're talking about the jellyfish, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Titanic size.
So, yeah,
jellyfish.
Actually, that's what I was thinking, is because, I drew some jellyfish floating in the sky that have islands on their back.
We don't have any in here, do we?
No, they're all... The only ones I guess... Yeah, they're still hanging.
We can share it in Discord later. But I think that could work here. I don't even know if it could... Yeah, I think it could work here as like a high flyer, right?
I think so, because that is definitely something that would never come down.
And making the noises because she's doing details. I don't blame you.
I'm using this to make them shimmer. But, it's something that would never come down. Jellyfish are mean as... So they kind of work for the stuff that we were talking about, and it could just be one of the things that are up there.
So to sort of clarify what we're talking about, these are giant jellyfish-like creatures, but they're not water-based, they're air-based.
Yeah.
And they are also huge floating creatures with like islands on top of their heads, with trees and bushes and stuff growing out of the soil that's collected there and the rocks. And they're enormous.
Yes, they are. I don't think I have a picture on my phone, but I will look here in a minute.
But it is funny that that's the sort of thing I was envisioning when we talked about like the spores floating up.
Really?
And blowing up. Well, because it's a dangerous creature with the big tentacles, and they're large, but they're also relatively fragile.
Yeah.
I mean, not that they're weak. They're carrying islands on their heads, but
they definitely are very fragile. If you have a jellyfish in a tank, it can't touch the glass. It'll kill it.
Why? What? Why?
Because they can't be touched like that.
Oh.
You have to have a current that will keep them away from the glass. They can die from touching aquarium glass.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's
they are
pretty awful.
vicious as all get out, painful as all get out. We'll keep using that. But they are fragile. So the spores, I think the giant jellyfish could really work for that.
That's not to say that we don't have other
Think
flying whale
they're-
kind of ideas, but
Right, yeah.
that can be.
I need...
Dawn's been drawing these for a little over a year, I think.
Well, I started drawing them and then I put them on the wall and then I haven't picked them. I haven't drawn them again. That's why I'm like, God, I need to get my charcoal out and because I have not drawn anything in forever.
But yeah, that's kind of the one I've been imagining. That'd be an easy one for the spores to bring down out of the sky and have them land on the ground.
I couldn't figure out what the hell I was looking for.
Gareth asked, do these flying creatures, jellyfish, just float about and kill anything that gets anywhere near them? Glass cannon is the term. So the other things that are flying around, I kind of imagine maybe get caught in their tendrils, much like little fish do or whatever, right? But certainly when they have those exploding pods, they'll definitely be something like made of glass then. And the other ones that I am thinking of so far have been, I don't know, and maybe that's what we should be looking at right now, what you guys would be interested in. My mind is kind of gone between along that line of thinking where there's almost whales, some sort of almost like a flying whale creature, but then also pterosaur type creatures and things like that too. Not that they all can't land, but many of them, like the jellyfish and then a couple of the other ones that are just always in the air. They own the air because they don't leave it unless they're forced out of the air, right?
I'm looking for a photo real quick, so.
Thank you, Gareth,
Lady little birthday cakes.
for the 20 bits. That's awesome.
Thank you for the bits.
Oh, it's getting full. It's getting close.
Oh, it's almost bomb time.
Oh.
I have no idea how far back a photo of that would even be. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I took a picture and sent it to Jake.
It probably would have been a couple of years ago or a year ago or something, right?
Yeah.
Golden Ghosty says, I keep envisioning a darting flyer that has a very, very long, sharp beak that kind of dive bombs things and impales them. Just really vicious motherfrickers. I envision them as pretty small, like a hawk or something, and they fly in packs. Oh, thank you for 100
that was a
bits.
good one.
That was pretty good. Thank you, Gareth.
Thanks, Gareth. I know I look stupid just scrolling through my phone. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, did you want me to put it on the big screen now like this? Is that
No,
what you
they
wanted?
don't need to stare at me. But I am going to put it in the general Cathar because I did find a picture of them.
Okay. So I'm digging this idea. Let's get some notes on this. A darting flyer. So let's call him a giant darter for now then.
Yeah. I like that idea a lot.
They're almost like they use themselves as a harpoon or something, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, so that picture's in there now. So you guys can see that.
Oh, you put it in Discord?
I put it in the Cathar General channel.
Oh, there's a fauna section. Or fauna section.
But fauna is plants.
Flora is plants.
Oh. Well, I put it in general because that's where I wanted it to go. Why did you just call it beasties?
Anyway, skinny long creature that it's basically it's a living spear, right? Or a living harpoon.
Yeah, okay. Just realized I needed to check to make sure I was still on screen. So I am gluing little Mr. down.
So this guy probably, I suspect, lands. So he's going to dive bomb some other flying creature maybe and take it down to the ground. He's like the kingfisher of the sky or something. Instead of dive bombing fish in a pond or in the swamp, he's dive bombing things out of the sky.
I am going to derail you for a minute. Can I have the big screen real quick while you're taking notes? Because I wanted to show Gareth how this, the two of these finished up. So it ended up not going completely level, so they're still ridges. So these two that we used last night, that one and that one, I think works pretty good. Let me get the shine off of that real quick. That helped a little bit, but not much. Trying to get it to, it's so glossy. But I think it looks really good. I'm pretty happy with how they work. They, like I said, there was like almost no smell whatsoever. They're nice and shiny. It looks really good. I'm really happy with them. So that's this and this, which technically I should have probably put that guy down, then did this over the top, but I wasn't sure I was going to use the very liquidy one at all, so. Okay, so.
Well, so I just so we're not ignoring it and passing by it. Ghosty was mentioning that it's small and hawk-like, maybe. Picture them as swooping in on a large land or sky animals and just stabbing them till they go down. Then when they do, they swarm like piranhas. Ooh, but they definitely land.
Remind me never to get on your bad side, Goldie.
No, I like that. I like that numbers thing.
Yeah. But damn, that's dark, dude.
Skinny long creature.
You can take the screen back, baby. I just wanted to show off.
Oh, I thought I had.
No. I just wanted to show how that works since we were using a new product.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I missed a leg. I missed all of his underlegs. Okay, well, they're going to be blue now. I missed a whole bunch on this guy. That's one problem I have with the blue tack is and it's not the blue tack's fault. It's definitely my fault. I tend to not move things around enough. It's like of all the things that I have done, I still am not happy with how I hold minis when I'm painting them. I have not found that thing that I love to use yet.
Gareth says, I can tell that the ridges are there, but not as pronounced as before.
Yeah.
The whole base is amazing. Personally, I'd have done it the same as you with the water effects, that is.
Yeah, you can't blame me for the colors that I chose, though, because I didn't. I was given the colors I was given. And it was really funny because after I was finished that night, had finished everything, Ty and I were talking, and I was like, yeah, I was a little surprised I didn't get any kind of browns or any greens or anything for the base. He goes, yeah, I was just thinking about the gorilla. I forgot about the base.
I wasn't thinking a lick about the base.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ghosty says, just send me the minis I order and we won't have a problem.
Yes, I will. Yes.
I forgot where my mind was now.
Left field.
Yeah. All right, this mass starter idea is pretty cool. I need to mark some of these so that I know we talked about them, because I've already got notes I need to catch up from Sunday stream. So all of the weaponry stuff.
totally getting in the way of the camera at the moment. Sorry, but tiny little crabs.
All right. Well, they worked really well, and that's a good ocean effect, Gareth said.
Yeah.
So now, I guess because of how evil I am, the way your head was stuck on the turtle, my head is stuck on these mass darters, because that's creepy.
Yeah, it is definitely creepy. But, you know, we're Crypt Monkey, so it makes sense.
Yeah, Crypt Monkey. Of course, we're going to have things that are horrific, but obviously we don't want to make it unlivable. We just want to make it hard to live there.
Yes.
But it is pretty neat, the idea of these swarms. And a lot of people may not even know about them. Because their prey is, way up there.
Right.
Or maybe they see them all the time and they don't realize how vicious they are. You get people experimenting with flight or something like that, and this bird that is usually like, oh yeah, that's neat, those birds are always hanging out in the fields near my house or whatever, and then they take a zeppelin up and realize pretty quickly that when they're airborne, they're not pretty little birdies hanging out, right?
Yeah.
Ghosty says, maybe these darters can pose a big threat to the giant turtle creatures. That way it's harder for people to live on them. Yeah, the other thing I was thinking about that is maybe these also are a low population creature, maybe. There's not a lot of them. They may be easy to domesticate, but...
Oh, the turtles, not the birds.
Yeah, they have a long life cycle or something like that. Because otherwise, maybe that's... And maybe some farmers do live with that sort of thing. That might be difficult to stay in one place with them, though, too. They may consume enough food that you have to keep on the move.
Yeah. Shit!
I saw it that time.
Oh.
Gareth says, it's a death world light. Won't outright kill you, but it will definitely fuck you up and kill the weak and stupid. Yeah?
I like that.
We are 30 minutes out from our next giveaway. Just reminding everybody, if you're kind of hanging out in the background, if you want a chance at winning your choice from the mystery mini boxes, we only have 4 of them left, I believe.
Yes.
Be sure that you are following, and then whenever we do the giveaway, we'll be asking you to enter something into chat. Some word into chat, which will enter you automatically into the drawing. Just make sure you're following first. Golden Ghosty says, I'm thinking they could be like a legendary animal, that there's only like 90 of them out there, which makes them very difficult to find and use. With regards to that turtle, yeah, I agree. That's kind of how I was thinking of it, that there's not 100 people. Like, if your own math makes sense to me, there's not 100 people out there that are traveling around on these guys. They're probably hard to find, and there's not that many of them. I should add that note.
I know you guys can't really see it, but I am precariously balancing this tiny little crab because I don't quite have enough glue out.
Relatively... Yeah, Garrett, there's a long life cycle, and only a few mating season is an entire lifespan for the turtles, like once a century. Relatively long.
God damn it! Oh my god, I hate you guys so much right now.
Hello, Sawdust. That made
Jackass!
me totally misspell everything there. I don't need help with that. I can misspell on my own. This is a relatively long life cycle creature that is
It was so hard to
Rare
get on
and
there.
hard to find. Low.
Uh,
Low number of mating seasons. So this is not
like you guys want to see me fail or something.
creature.
Gotta throw these away.
There are not 100 living at the same time.
Okay. I love little crabbies. They are so cute.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
But that is...
That armor turned out as a nice contrast.
Yeah, I thought it would. That is another one done.
I got lost. Crypt says, what if those legendary animal are one of the ingredients to gunpowder, and that is why it's so scarce? Oh. Yeah, like here on Earth, we have to use bat guano, but maybe the comparable would be something, like you say, legendary that's not a common creature. I'm going to add a note for that for our gunpowder stuff. Thank you, Creep Show. Oh, you're going to start on the entrance to Pan's Labyrinth. Cool.
I am. Which basically is going to be a dry brushing marathon.
Maybe an animal produces ingredients that maybe
Yes, Ghosty, I know I bring it on myself.
produces ingredients that are.
But the funny thing is I purposely print things like that. That guy's like twice the size he's supposed to be. I print them bigger to make it easier for you guys to see. So there's also less fine detail that I have to do. But I also want to like point out, hey, I'm doing detail. That's why I'm being quiet. Sorry. If you guys take it as ammo time. Which is okay. It's fine.
It's my entry sound effect. That's what Sawdust said. Mine too. You got her good. That's Gareth. That's what I was thinking whenever you said that. I was like, oh boy, everybody's going to say hello now with Quack. Golden says, Dawn, you're kind of bringing this on yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah, sorry. I'm catching up.
I know, my love. I know.
Love the Sailor scales. Did you already talk about that too?
No.
Sawdust said, love the Sailor scales.
I have no idea what that is. Is that the shiny scales that I did over there? It's way over there now. Because I'm doing Pan's Labyrinth now.
We are just punishing you for being quiet, Ghosty said. Or quite. Oh, why am I not getting... There's no hovers for those.
Okay. I gotta readjust the camera now because this thing's big. Yeah, let's see. Hi, Alexis. You giving your dad trouble?
Surely. So you don't know what you're talking about. I stepped on a duck on my way in.
Oh.
Salamander. So salamander scales. Creepshow says, of course I stole the computer.
Good. That's my kid.
Thief. Good job. So anybody just hanging out, we are less than a half an hour out from the drawing now. Be sure to be following, and we will give you a new word to type into chat later to enter the drawing.
I already know what it is.
You know what it is?
Yes.
Man, when you know what it is, it's always a pain. Not doing
No.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Everybody else may get to copy and paste it, but I won't.
We could just spell it like IT.
IT?
Yeah, you don't have to actually spell it right just because I say to do this.
The word is the, but we pronounce it supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay. I got that note in there. So that's cool. We're working on beasties and our gunpowder solutions. I love it. So for anybody just tuning in, what we've talked about tonight is some weaponry options for the plane. How gunpowder might be used, magnetic rail weapons. We talked about sound cannons as a deterrence, armor using ceramics. And more recently, we've been talking about giant turtle, which we had listed. Was that Sunday or? I think that was Sunday.
I don't remember now which particular day it was.
But we have been expounding upon it and adding to the fact that it isn't just, it's not just big like the never-ending story turtle. It's bigger than that because you can have large gardens and fields and maybe even guest quarters and all kinds of stuff up there along with your store as a traveling salesperson, for example. And then we have also talked about something we're currently calling a mass darter, which is a skinny long creature that's sort of like a living harpoon about the size of a hawk, and they attack their prey in mass like a piranha.
Actually, I changed my mind on that. No, sorry.
So one of the ones as far as beasts go that I've been kind of wondering about is, so that this ship came with, I don't know, 30, 40, 50,000, something like that, people originally came to Cathar. I kind of wonder if they didn't come with horses.
Well, that's what I had said is I'm sure they brought some animals.
They brought some, when we were talking about like the cattle and stuff. But the horses,
I said rabbits.
Huh?
I said rabbits.
Oh. Well,
but
somebody said something about bringing cows with them.
I'm sure we did,
but the horses, the interesting thing about that is, for instance, horses on the American continent had gone extinct a very long time ago. So the horses that we have here today were actually brought over with European settlers. So I thought, colonization, maybe we brought horses again to this new planet. Golden Ghosty said, Creepshow says, name the turtle Bob. Of course. I'm sure that one of the less than 100 of them, one of them is going to be named Bob. Golden Ghosty says, maybe the turtles has large ballistas with nets on their backs to defend against the mass darters. Like a canopy kind of thing, right? So they grow the trees not just for shade up there, but they grow trees so that they can run nets across. As canopies. I'm doing it again, aren't I?
Yes.
My apologies. I keep forgetting.
A little too much black there.
Imagine just lying on your hammock as your turtle's floating across the plain, watching the darters hit the canopy above.
The darters' names are Doug.
Doug?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Doug.
Everyone can yell out, "You, Doug."
So yeah, I've kind of wondered I don't know. I guess it depends on how dangerous we make everything. If the horses would be able to thrive. I guess what I'm getting at is, like right now we still have small groups of wild horses out west.
Yeah.
And if they would be able to find at least portions of the countryside where they could sort of make it on their own. Doug the Darters and Tiny the Turtle, Ghosty says. Tiny the Turtle. That's what my turtle would be named. Tiny. I guess if Dawn and I were together, it would have two names, Tiny and Bob. Because that's
Tiny
what
Bob.
Dawn names everything, too. Is Bob.
Well, also now Doug and Susan.
Soda says, I don't know why, but I got a really gross idea for a creature. I'll keep it to myself if you want. No, not really. I'd rather you didn't keep it to yourself.
Do you not know Tyler?
Unless, obviously, if there's something you want to write about, don't share it here. Because we're going to write about it and we're going to produce. We're potentially going to write about it, potentially going to put it in our tabletop game. So, obviously, don't feel bad about being jealous over your own creation.
Jealous over your own creation?
Yes.
It's not jealous. It's not the right word.
Yeah, envy is whenever somebody else has something. Jealousy is when you're afraid of losing something that you have.
No.
But Ghosty disagrees and says, no, you got to share. Now, that being said, if you just want to tell me about it and say, Tyler, you can't use this, we won't use it.
Or if you just worried about saying it, in general and you want to, private.
Yeah, that's fine too. I'm going to switch over so we can see what you're doing for a minute here.
I'm literally dry brushing. No, special anything, just
Seems
dry.
special to me. My first big printed piece.
Brushing the ever-living crap out of it.
Oh, yeah, that is turning out cool. I'm glad you told me to do it in black.
Right? So, because it's in black, it's already done half the work for me of having all of those shades already, the dark area already done.
We have a description inbound. While that description is coming inbound, we are roughly 15 minutes out from the mystery mini box giveaway. So if you are not following yet, please do follow us on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry, this giveaway is only on Twitch, and that's because the tech we have works with Twitch. In about 15 minutes, we will give you a word that will not be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It will be some other word. And you will put that into the chat in order to enter the drawing. But you do need to be following us first. If you're hanging out, then and we will let you, the way that works is we'll let you pick one of the remaining numbered mystery mini boxes, and we will ship that out to you anywhere in the world on our dime. With that caveat, because we've hit this before with actually customers trying to buy from us during the pandemic, if we can't ship to you, then we're going to have to figure out something else.
Yeah. There was a long time where we couldn't ship to the Netherlands.
New Zealand, we had a customer in New Zealand that was able to order, and the system hadn't shut them down, and we didn't realize at that time that we couldn't ship to New Zealand. So... which they did get their stuff eventually, just had to wait a couple of months, I think, before they opened up.
Yeah, it was...
And maybe if you're somewhere else in the world, maybe that's what it is. We wait a couple of months and then we ship it off to you. She says, I came up with a super vicious flying creature that just completely destroys animals. No restraint here. I'm not offering any restraint. We can fictitiously do all kinds of damage if we like. Okay, so Soda says, a small rodent-type creature who can secrete a putrid smell that induces vomiting. The vomit from the target animal is the food source for the small rodent-type creature. So it forces you to baby bird it.
Yeah. I wanted to grab the boxes up, but I don't have anywhere to set them.
I'm a fan.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's...
I can I mean, this isn't even a deadly creature. I can write some interesting stuff about this. So is that something you want to jealous away for yourself, Sawdust? I won't put it in this. If you want it to have a chance at jumping into the bestiary, I am also happy to drop it in. That is gross, Ghosty says. I love it. I'm not writing right now. It's yours. Groovy. Well, we will take it. Let me find a new home for this gross little mouse. And I will even... Oh, let's move this right up there.
You just brain fart?
Just trying to think of something equally gross to call it. Puke mole? Puker. A puker mole. Its working title will be Puker mole.
Something wrong with you boys.
Oops. Wrong size. A small rodent type creature, secret repute. I love it. I think that's I think that's thinking outside the box. I dig it. Von Mouse, Vomouse, Vomouse, Vamoose. I dig it. Yeah, and that's the kind of more dynamic thinking that I'm enjoying out of this, because I do tend to think, what's big and scary? And the real world has small and uncomfortable.
Like skunks.
Like skunks.
Walked outside to walk the dog last night, and oh, good Lord. I immediately started gagging. I had to I'm like, yeah, you're on your own, dude. Bye.
It was very much bad.
Oh, it was bad.
Like spiders, Creep Show reminds us.
Shh. We don't talk about them.
We don't only talk about them. We've got them in here too.
It's okay. I have a giant tarantula with a house on its back that I can print now, so I'm okay with it now.
You have what?
I have a giant tarantula with a house on its back.
What are you talking about?
From this month from Dragon Trapper's Lodge.
I have not seen that yet.
I put it in Discord.
Oh, holy. That sounds amazing. Ghosty says, you think what's big and scary, not what's small and stinky. Yes, and now I want that t-shirt. I think what's big and scary, not what's small and stinky. Just right across here. So that's great. We have the scientific name is a Vomouse. Its common nomenclature is a puker mole. Film at 11.
Nobody needs to see that. No film at 11.
Disagree.
How far away are we from the word?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we are. Well, we're less than 10 minutes. So reminder, everybody, if you want to enter the drawing, be sure that you are following us on Twitch. The drawing will be on Twitch. And I should probably start to set that up, I guess. That's probably what you were reminding me of, right?
Yes.
All right, Dawn. What's the word?
Ice cream. Because that's what I will be eating when this is over.
I was trying to figure out how to tie it in. Now I realize it didn't.
No.
Ice cream is it. Let me get that in real quick. Ice cream.
Basically, I had a very large lunch at about 2:30. So I haven't eaten anything since then. So I don't want to eat dinner at this point, so I'm just going to have ice cream. Because I'm a grown-ass adult and I can do what I want.
It's going to be all one word, folks. Not ice cream, but ice cream. All one word.
He's only saying that because I eat it super fast. So it's really, like...
Yes, please do it. All right, guys. So enter the word ice cream now for your chance to win the mystery mini box.
We are down to 4.
4. We started out with 20. We've given away 16 of these already. It's pretty great. See, everybody's mad at me because I made ice cream one word, and they're like, not entering that into chat. It's not a word. Give us a real word.
So I think the next time we do it, I want to make sure that I include a couple of them will be large minis. And they will also include stats if I have them. Make it a little more fun. When we first started doing this, I didn't have as many STLs as I have now, so. And just that quickly, I have stone.
I love it. And this other one is almost done. Yeah, it's getting close. It's on its top rungs. I think it'll be done by 9 p.m. our time, so maybe another hour. Gareth, welcome back. You can enter ice cream into chat now for your chance to win.
One word.
All one word. Yeah, like you see the other examples. For anybody that's watching right now or just popped in, you want a chance to choose from the mystery mini boxes that we have remaining and have it sent to you possibly. To enter the drawing, you'll enter the word ice cream right now. Be sure that you are following us so that you can have that chance of winning.
Share. I don't know if you'll be able... Oh, yeah, you can. I gotta mush our stuff around. Excuse me, guys.
Who won yesterday?
Regina.
Regina.
She has 2 different names, like most people. Like, she has one in Discord and one on here, so... I was like, wait, which name is it on here?
Right, so whenever the winner is chosen, you'll be able to choose from box number 4, 2, 6, or 10. Ghosty says, I just finished building a Fafnir, the dragon, and this is actually my first dragon, and I gotta say, he is huge. The print came out amazing. Thanks again, guys.
That thing was awesome, and I was actually sad to send it, because that was the first time I had printed it as well. So, and I haven't gotten to print it again yet, but
Sounds like I want one.
Definitely want one.
Did the brush taste good?
It's this
Crypt
end.
Show's asking.
It's not the bad end. I do that all the time. It's either that or like that. The problem with that is I forget they're there.
Gareth asks, what is the plan with the eyes?
Well, I was thinking about it, and I was actually talking to Ty last night, today, because this is Pan's Labyrinth. I wanted to go nature-y, so I was thinking I would get them nice and bright white and then put a metallic emerald green over them to make them look like jewels. So, but before I put the green on, I need to bring them up pretty bright.
Ghosty says he is so epic. You've definitely got to print yourself one.
Yeah.
I say that about almost every single one. We'd have to own a mansion to fit all the ones I wish we owned, I think. Frack.
Oh, I was like a hair away from that.
Well timed. Creepshow says, Dad is doing the Superman pose. Help. I won't help. I won't.
That's weird, man. That's weird. I mean, it's our kind of weird, but it's...
Exactly. Kara says, are you going to use the gem effect or some candy inks?
No, my intention was to just put the...
Because he says that was so close messing you up.
I was thinking about just using that and seeing how that turns out first.
That was upside down.
I still can read it. I knew it was upside down. But I do have like 4 boxes in my way at the moment, too.
All right, it is 7:58 our time. That means we are 2 minutes away. If you're hanging out in the side tunnels there, lurking around, that's cool. But if you want a chance to win a choice from number 4, 2, 6, or 10 from the mystery mini boxes that we're going to give away, be sure to follow us on Twitch and enter the word ice cream. There may not be anybody, but I just want to make sure that everybody... I always feel so bad when people come in like 5 minutes later and they're like, hey, did you give it away yet?
Yeah, Dorky Dino was famous for that. I was like, damn it, Dorky.
Several times Dorky came in like within minutes of us giving away a box.
So I started to dry brush this down here, and then I remembered I have this really amazing red that looks like brick. So since this is the entrance, I want to make it have a little bit of pop as well. I mean, I still have the vines. Hi, Lashigo. Oh. Ice cream. If you haven't, it's one word.
One word to enter.
Damn it. I still have the vines to put green on, but I thought it might be nice to have a brick entrance rather than just more stone.
There we go. Now you're in there.
But you can see, I mean, I spent, 2 streams painting that damn Axolotl, and not even half a stream painting this, and he's damn near finished. With the exception of, green on his ivy and stuff.
That charcoal gray filament that I used, Cora actually bought that. It turned out way more shiny than I was expecting. I kind of thought it was going to be dull, but it just turned out pretty vibrant, actually.
Yeah.
It lit up.
But because you started with that base, all of my dark crevices are already done for me.
All right, so we are at 8 o'clock. You have moments to follow us on Twitch and enter the word ice cream, all as one word. Because as soon as Dawn says roll it, I'm going to roll it, and we will draw a winner. That's your cue.
I know that.
Or you
but I was doing details.
Oh, eyeballs. Is it literally eyeballs, right?
No, I'm doing bricks.
Bricks.
All right, Tyler, roll it.
Here we go. Right. Sawdust says roll that beautiful bean footage.
Ooh, beans sound
And Ghosty is the winner.
Congratulations, Ghosty.
Congratulations. I don't remember what the box numbers are anymore.
They're sitting there right there.
Roll the beautiful bean footage.
So, Gareth, I think Ghosty is trying to take your crown for most wins, man.
Yeah, this is the second
one, I
one
think.
Ghosty has won. 4, 2, 6, or 10 are the numbers that you can choose from for your mystery mini box.
And just a reminder, guys, it is the beginning of the month. So we will be having all kind of new goodies listed on Etsy and our Shopify and everywhere else. I do have Lord of the Prince new releases listed.
4, 2, 6, or 10 are your numbers.
Yes. Sorry, I keep putting my arm in the way. So make sure you check out the new options, the new minis coming out. Epic Miniatures just released theirs today, so tomorrow hopefully I will get some of them listed because there's so many of them. It's going to take me a few days to get them all up. And then Dragon Trappers should be coming soon, as well as Mini Monster Mayhem. And Ty and I will be talking over the new sculptors, and probably making a decision before the end of the month, but
should be. I mean,
no promises.
Yeah, I mean,
we're hoping to pick somebody else up, but we've
been talking about it for a little bit, so
yeah.
I think we're gonna end up hitting that point where we make that final decision and pick them up.
Yeah.
Ghosty says, I did say, Gareth, I was going to dethrone you. Ghosty says, yeah, Dawn, those Lord of the Prince are really tempting. I just know I'm going to blow my whole paycheck on them. Well, don't do that.
Well, unlike Ty, I'm going to tell you, I did make a bundle for the whole release as well. So, there's that.
What do you mean, unlike me?
Well, you're saying don't do that, and I'm saying do that.
I'm the angel. Shit.
Okay, I kind of deserve that one.
Oh, we still need a number 2, 4, 6, or 10 from you, Ghosty, so that we can get that shipped out to you.
Gotta pick your poison.
Kara says, White Werewolf has some good stuff if you'd want to check them out. Have you seen them before?
I have not, so I will make a note. Well, Tyler actually will make a note for me, and we will check them out.
If I can find my mouse, there we go.
I did have one that I'd kind of made my choice of this is who I want to pick up, and then they ran out of vendor slots. So. Oh,
That's me buzzing you, if that's what you're wondering about.
No, I thought I just smacked this with the paintbrush with red over the black brick, and I'd actually hit one of the red bricks, so it was fine.
All right, Ghosty is choosing the number 10.
All right. That one is done. 3 more to go, guys. And very few followers left. What?
Oh, I see Gareth slipped in there whenever we were asking Ghosty for a number. Or I'll just pick one and they can send it to me. Well, incidentally, everybody that entered tonight, each of these people has won since we started this 20-box giveaway.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's pretty neat. Most of them have won it at least once, if not more than once. So that's cool.
That is cool.
So number 10, you pulled that out?
I did, yes.
Ruby. I can send you some too if you'd like for personal use, Gareth says.
If you would, I would love to. I need to shake this. What I've been trying to do is get 1 or 2 of each of the people that I want to look at and get their get a couple of test prints to see how they print out, how much work I would have to do, that sort of thing, to kind of help narrow down who I want to go with. So if I could borrow a couple to use as, not borrow because I'm not going to give them back, but if I could get a couple to use for the test prints, that'd be awesome. All right. Let's see how this green looks.
That way you can see the quality of the files.
Yeah.
And Gareth says, yeah.
I appreciate it, yeah. Because it just makes my life a little bit easier.
So just a reminder for everybody, we're at 94 followers. 6 more Twitch followers. And some lucky Twitch viewer is going to win this huge Brachiosaurus from Lord of the Print. We're not going to paint it.
I'm not even going to assemble it.
But it's still a thing of beauty that you're going to receive in the mail on our dime. It is awesome. I said earlier we shipped one out today, and that box is friggin' heavy. I think you said it was 5 pounds, Dawn?
It was 5 pounds, and most of the parts are hollowed out. It was a big 12 by 10 by 8 box, and it barely fit. That's perfect, Gareth. Thank you.
All right, well, I guess we're getting close.
Yeah, if you want to go through the coming up next week.
Coming events. So next potentially will be on Sunday? Maybe?
Potentially, yes. I'm not sure. It just depends on how the day goes. I do have plans on Sunday or Saturday. So if that kicks my ass, then I'll sleep in. I'm going to be in bed on Sunday. But if not, I would like to world build while I work on a board game paint job that I need to take care of.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So I think that would be a lot of fun.
For our friends at Baskerville, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Soto says, does it come with the Chihuahua saddle, or do we have to get that on our own? Does what come with the Brachiosaurus?
Well, it comes with all the gear for you to live on it. So
yeah,
no.
the Chihuahua saddle's too small. It won't fit on there. So yeah, then I was going to ask, and I guess that means that if we are on Sunday, then we will be world building and painting at the same time. Yes. That's fun. And it's for the pieces in this board game that Dawn's mentioning here are gorgeous. They're beautiful.
I love them. It's the board game that's based on the Alien movies.
I can't remember the name of it.
It's
sitting here.
I can't remember either. They couldn't call it Alien. They didn't get the right. So it's Alien, but
yeah,
it's not.
So that'll be fun. Then I don't know about Monday for Gamers in the Unknown. It really depends on how this week goes for both me and Jake. So I need to catch up with him. But if you want to follow us, I'll pop over here again and say hello. So if you want, you can just click on that. The Gamers in the Unknown name. If I can find my mouse. There we go. Hello. Okay, so that's Gamers in the Unknown in chat there. If you follow us, then you will be alerted whenever Jake and I start doing that show again. That stream is at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time on Mondays when we do the show. That one, if you're interested, is paranormal things like Bigfoot, aliens, Mothman, haunted houses. We talk about those, a specific subject on the night, and then we talk about how we would use those in our tabletop role-playing session.
And we also paint. I also paint a mini to go along with the theme.
Yeah, and right now, every other episode, we're giving away whatever that mini is. Yeah. So there have been some cool ones so far.
Yes. So we give away one, and then one goes on the Ko-fi shop for sale, and then we give away one, and one goes on the Ko-fi shop for sale.
Uh-huh.
So.
Then Tuesday we will be back at 6:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time for the next Crypt Monkey Paints episode.
And we will be painting one of the new releases from Lord of the Print. It's the drone.
Oh yes, that was from. Was that from
Ghosty picked it last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ba. So Sada says, "Oh wait, is Alter the Streams clear for a new paint?"
I will post one on next Tuesday.
Gareth has got to run. Said it's been fun. It has been fun. Gareth, normally, for those of you watching, if you want to follow Gareth as well, he also paints miniatures. And his time is normally tonight. He's not going to be able to stream tonight because too much whiskey and cigars. But at 9:30 U.S. Central Time, he can correct me if I am wrong there, on Wednesdays, he normally streams.
Yes.
Great painter. So how far did I get? Tuesday?
Yes.
And so then next Wednesday, either Cora will be working on the DIY tavern build, the mini tavern build, from scratch build, and that'll be at 6 p.m., same as tonight, 6 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Or Dawn and I will be doing something like this, the world building and painting.
Oh, I did hit it with a little bit of the brick over there. I have a few vines left to hit. And then I'll have this finished as well. So, terrain is super easy to paint. And it doesn't take long to make it look amazing. And super fun. And how intimidating would this be to put out for your players? You know, and also the really cool thing about this one is the labyrinth itself has stats.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? That's kind of up, but you know. I love it, but I hate it because I'm a player.
Gareth confirmed that time is 9:30 U.S. Central Time.
I hope you feel better,
Wednesdays.
Gareth.
Yeah, please feel better. Get some rest.
Teaspoon of honey.
Yeah, and for anybody that didn't hear earlier in the stream, excuse me, we're 3D printing this Pan's Labyrinth. Dawn's going to paint all of the pieces, and we're going to put it on our table. So if we ever come to a game convention near you, be sure to hop over at our table so you can see this beastie.
So, really quick. I mean, that took like no time at all. And this one is going to be even faster because all I have to do is dry brush. That's it. Super easy. Done and done. Got paint on that one. Oh, no, I didn't. It's a piece of paper. So you can see start to finish. Ooh. I can balance it if I put it right. There we go. So that's what it started. That's what it finished. Yeah, I like those greens. I kind of want to do a glow effect on it now, though.
On the eyes
on
or
the
the
eyes.
vines?
On the eyes, make them kind of come out with a little bit of glow. But that's it. Done. Mr. Little Axolotl got finished. With all his little Krabby Patties. And it's ice cream time.
One more thing on the world building side, you guys can look for notes pretty soon. I'll definitely get them in before Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll get notes in, and I will add an armory type channel to the crowd forging category as well.
And then we'll figure out how to do a poll sort of thing of what you guys might want to talk about on
Sunday if we're going to be out there, or for whatever the next time
Sunday
is.
or Wednesday, whichever one we're doing.
So
hopefully we'll be here Sunday, but no promises.
We'll do that in Discord.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, we will see you guys soon. I'm sorry I missed my wave.
Bye, guys.
Bye, folks.